That's amazing. That's amazing. Wow. The steak, the man himself. Who would have ever thought that?
Before we go, can you just talk me through what is this thing? What is this got? It's GT3, I know that, but where is it from and what's it?
It's made in Germany.
Yeah.
By a small car manufacturer, or sorry, SUV manufacturer called Porsche. Ever heard of them?
I've heard them, yeah.
In Stuttgart.
Yes.
Funny enough, that's the same horse as Ferrari.
No, but this has some provenance. Whose car was this before?
Yeah, JW. This was James' actual car. This was Mr. JWW's car. This car has more track hours, track miles, track kilometers than anything else. This car lived on the track.
It's tracked in
the last 12 months.
Is that why it's got this?
Yes. Now, also because my car, I constantly break cars, so that's handy.
Okay.
It's just precaution, you know, otherwise, you know what I mean. But the last 12 months, this car has lived on the Nürburgring.
Right.
And I had a small problem with my GT3, and I called James. I'm like, I'm desperate, I need to buy a car. And he says, now buy mine. Okay, done. I didn't see the pictures, didn't see nothing, didn't know what color.
So you bought it unsighted just because you wanted a GT3?
It was the day before it arrived back from the Nürburgring in Kent.
Yeah.
Someone drove it back on a trailer and it was delivered in Kent. And didn't see it, and then on the taxi from Virginia Waters, so from Wentworth to Kent.
Yeah.
So 2 hour taxi drive, believe it or not. I get this photo sent and I see, oh, it's yellow.
It's yellow.
Jeez.
I mean, there it is. It looks good.
On the photos, I was like, what have I done? And then I saw it in person, I was like, this is actually beautiful.
It's actually pretty cool. Can I ask a question though? Because you mentioned something earlier that this car's been modified.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of modification. I mean, Porsche do a very good job of setting these cars up.
Yeah.
So what's been done to it?
James told me Manthey is a geotag on it. So
Oh yeah.
Is it the pitch of the tires?
They've changed the camber.
Yeah, the
to make
camber.
it track.
All right.
Okay. That's going to be crap in the rain.
It is very interesting when I drive on the motorway. It's just going all the way. Oh, when the tires are cold, which the tires are going to be cold.
Yeah.
This car is
cut twos with too much camber on a wet track.
Ours
it's going to be amazing.
I find it undrivable. So. Listen, there's only one man that can do this.
Well, find out.
There's only one man that can do this.
Thank you for the heads up.
Hey, you know what? Right? I've watched, as a kid, I've watched it, like, Top Gear for like this. I'm quite proud of this. You know? It's quite a big deal for me, you know. So I'm really.
Let's rock.
This is cool.
You've signed the waiver.
Did I? Oh yeah, I did. They made me sign something.
I'm a little bit nervous. This car, although he says it's been tracked a lot, it's only got 3,000 miles on it, so it's still pretty much mint. And with that suspension setup, it's going to be pretty nasty. Shelsey, I've done one run up this hill already with an underpowered Lotus, and the tail was out with really little effort. So I think this, with the tiny contact patch with massive cambers, it's going to be as loose as it gets. What do you reckon?
Ben, I need you to scare the hell out of him, because that's what he does to everyone else. Like, he just drives loose as anything. So I think if you just go at it, show him what you can do, and make him cry.
Okay, fine. In that case, I'm not nervous. I'll just punish him. He looks like he wants to be punished.
I think he's locked out, actually. He's getting ready. That sausage roll is going to end up on that front screen.
What's he doing?
He's eating a sausage roll, getting ready.
Get in the car. Get your helmet on.
Mate, this is the stage. It's Ben. It's
Scared.
And I'm sitting next to him. How is that even possible? What is going on here?
I feel a little bit happier if we had a bigger track with more space and we do a few laps.
No, listen.
It's just short blast, isn't it?
This is just a start. We're going to do this more often, 100%. But we also need a wee bit of a challenge. You know, I like a wee bit of a challenge. Ask Matt Armstrong, because he said you need to do that, and then we done. I made him cry nearly, I think.
What is it you've done to Matt?
He's scarred. He's done now.
What did you do to him?
I don't know. I just took him out in the car for a drive. It was special, man. It was special. But that moment on that track in Spain, to be honest, it was like I was scared. I felt fear and whatever, and I was like, I just want to enjoy this. I'm not gonna let fear hold me back. I'm just gonna go. And it was it genuinely was one of the most amazing things I felt that I have done.
Drive modes. Track, that'll do us.
That'll do us.
Alright, geezer.
He literally said
changes.
He literally said to the steward, I need to go first because I'm going to go full speed mode. That was a smooth launch.
No, I'm just trying to get some. Here we go.
Oh, you're going to switch everything off as well?
Off. Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic.
Does this have launch control?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've driven a GT3 before, yeah?
I'm getting told off.
Oh, good.
Here we go. What's going on with this thing?
Oh, Jesus. Holy. Hey!
Alright, we're off.
That is insane. That's insane. Concentrate. What is he doing? How is he doing it?
That's dried out, man.
Oh, that's insane. That's insane. Holy. That's amazing.
It's so twitchy and bumpy. It's got a lot of grip actually. It's overtake quickly.
That's amazing. Holy. That is amazing. That was class, man. That was amazing.
Thanks, Nico. You're a star.
You know the funniest of it all is? The absolute funniest of it all is, yeah? All these people are, yeah. They all think that was me driving. That is the funniest. That was unbelievable.
You like beautiful things, yes?
Yes.
I think I have something beautiful to show you. It's my car.
Yeah.
This one. Not that one there. Black one. It's my new Lancia.
Is that new?
No, it's old. It's my restored Lancia. It's the first time I've seen it. I was curious, I just wanted to see you look.
Lancia was back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Lancia back in the day was like the daddy from rally, you know?
Yes.
The absolute daddy.
Possibly a more successful car.
So you're wearing a differential. This one's got, well, three. One at the front, one at the back, and a centre diff that locks them together with a viscous coupling. You love, and I know you like complex mechanisms. This has got it all.
I want to see the engine.
But yeah, Tank's just finished this, so it's been resprayed. All the interior's been revamped.
You know what?
The engine's been out. The whole thing.
Crazy, right? The comparison with vintage watches, and older watches, and restoration, and cars, and older cars, and vintage cars. There's a big difference in two industries, right? Where it is complete taboo, or it's complete frowned upon to do that with watches. With cars, it is like this is unbelievable.
To restore, but it's, I mean, everything on it is original. There's only a few little subtle tweaks, like these wheels. That's our
They didn't come like
wheels.
that, did they?
So but they're original racing wheels from that era, and I've upgraded the brakes.
Is it?
Yeah. So these are the Abarth wheels. So they were kind of around all the rally cars and things like that.
Can I open it?
Yeah. Get in there. There's room for a small one in the back. It's all OG interior, but they've given it a bit of life. They've sort of put the soap, saddle soap on it, brought it back.
No soft close though.
There's no soft close on these. Everything's basic. No power steering.
I love that.
Front engine, four-wheel drive, but the majority of the drive goes to the rear wheels. But it's the OG engine with new pistons because they had to skim out the inside of the engine because it was a bit pitted with age and all that stuff. So actually, it's got slightly more power than the original. So it would have been 220, now it's going to be 290 when it's like fully tuned up.
Do you take this out much?
Anti-roll I've never driven it yet. This is it. It literally stuttered into the workshop, rusty with a lot of challenges. This is the first time I've seen it since the boys finished it.
How long did that take?
6 months. The thing is with it is that, I mean, I've got an original 16 valve car that hasn't had any of these mods done, so it's in its complete original state, and that's good. That's fortunate. But the fact is that these older engines, over time, they pit, and you have to. The things we've done with the engine, you would have to do with one of these cars at some point. So it's kind of future-proofed it, and it means I can just really enjoy it. I mean, I can drive this daily now, which is great, because everything that can fall apart or get rusty,
Would you drive it daily, Bill?
That's my plan.
Yeah?
I love it.
Is this your day? Your new daily?
I love it. This car puts a smile on my face whenever I'm in my 16. It's amazing. The difference with this is it's just slightly more stable. It's a wider track, and it just feels like more car.
Some people buy a car to be transported or to use as transport. Other people buy a car to enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do both.
This is the thing. The difficult part is it's easier to collect watches because they're smaller. These are a lot bigger. So I've now got probably. I mean,
how many cars do you have?
Well, I've two of these, and I've got my 911 Turbo, which was the daily, but now it's going to be this one.
Which 911 is that?
It's 997, so it's 2010. Nice. It's a lovely car. It's the last manual with the real handbrake. And I miss all that, and that's why I love these. They don't beep. It's analog. The steering position's quite funky, but you're quite low, so you feel like you're in. Yeah, get in there.
I love that.
You've got to check out the roof lining as well. It's matching, which is rare. So Tank, who's done loads of these, reckons this is the only one he's seen with that headlining. Which is good, because if you roll it over, I think it's got more padding.
It's fast, look at that.
It's sweet, isn't it?
That is class.
When were you born?
1987.
Okay, so 80s. So you caught the back end of the Atari and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had an E30. I love that car.
Yeah.
All analog, all,
That's it.
All Atari games thing.
Yeah.
The first Nintendo. That was the.
It was the bomb. Thumbs at work. But like you find with your Porsche, that's got so much grip. Like when we drove up today.
Yeah.
What
you done there, no one would do that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Whereas with these, you can feel the limit coming a lot easier. There's more roll, there's more control, I think, in the driver. Whereas that Porsche, they're huge. They're like 20% bigger than my 997, and their cornering is off the charts. You hardly ever get close to it on a road, or feel like you were close to it. So I think these are more engaging.
A friend of mine has a P1 Subaru.
Yeah, they're awesome as well. I think for someone like you who could design the internals of a watch, I'd love to see you pick apart an engine. And I mean, the Italians, the Lancia team, when they're doing the rallying and they're pushing the engine to the limits to win all those championships, they know these things inside out. So they can be fragile, but actually when they're maintained, they work really well. But it's still with what's the modern technology. When you look back, what you can enhance, small things you can change or understand. I think you'd probably get your head around it quite quickly. Be interested to see what you design engine-wise. If you had a free hand, design an engine with a bit of it, because I know you play with a little bit of help from the AI.
The funny bit is, right, so I'm a big fan in engineering from deadbeat seconds, and you would notice that as a deadbeat seconds it's a watch that ticks, right? And you would then say, oh, that's a quartz of battery powered watch, but it isn't. It's a deadbeat. It is. I love that, right? Or the two Dutch brothers, they didn't invent it, but a friend of theirs invented it, and they placed it in their Kronenfeld watch. It's a chronograph that reversed back closest to 12, meaning that when you reset the chronograph, the hand normally just goes from, say, wherever you stop towards 12, so it always goes forward. It's the first watch ever that the chronograph hand or the second hand goes back the closest way to 12.
Okay.
Keep in mind, it's a spring-loaded hand,
yeah,
right?
It's a lot of effort.
So it goes forward or backwards,
yeah.
But it's not a computer, so how does it know that? It is insane engineering, and that's what fascinates me. And like, I was always fascinated by the fact that in gears with the cars, you was it Trabant that drives the same speed forward as backwards?
Yeah.
You see, in electric, effectively, you can create that. But you can't do that with an engine like this.
Yeah. Well, that's what's clever with the drivetrain in this thing, with the center diff.
Would it be possible with this?
Well, I don't know, but the way it sheds power around is organic. It's not It's not controlled electronically, but it feels its way in a clever way.
It sounds mad, but I think about stupid stuff like that, right? Small stuff. Why, I don't know. It is what it is. But that a chronograph hand is a second hand that resets when you use it, and it goes to the quickest to 12, so it can be on one pinion forward and backwards, which is just ridiculous. You can do that with a car engine as well, and we've seen that with a belt-driven car or something. I don't know anything about engines, right? But I know what mechanical movements and watches and timekeeping devices and balance wheels and main springs. That is where what I love. It works near identical to a car engine, because the main spring.
Timings of the pistons and the cranks and the cams.
So I always try to find cool, quirky things that were in the watch industry, and I'm trying to find these quirky things in the car or in the engine of a car.
Well, that's why Tank won't let me drive it yet. So they're still going to fettle the timing with the engine, and then they've got to run it through and make sure it's got, get rid of any gremlins, and then it's mine. Then I get to send it. I think they're going to do a few hundred miles, tinker with the engine, then it's coming home.
What a special car!
I think so.
Is this your all-time favorite car, like hands down?
I've got a few, but I've got this. I don't know what it is. These things just are. They've got so much personality, and this is going to be the one I'm going to spend the most time in for sure. It's got back seats, so it's practical, but it's fast, it's fun, friendly, and once I put a stereo in it, it's going to be wicked.
Music very important.
We're rocking down the road.
Music
exactly.
Very important.
There's faster stuff, and that's more thrilling on track, for sure. But this one is got thrills like wherever you take it, which is what's cool. It's versatile. All right, glad you like it. This is a good start.
So there we go, my Lancia Delta's been Matt Armstrong proofed, and it's been given the seal of approval by Nico Leonard, a man who likes his engines tuned finer than a Swiss watch. So for me, I think this is pretty much the ultimate car for a Gumball rally, but let me know what you think. Leave your opinions in the comments and let me know what would be the best car for a Gumball rally.